We are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business. And we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing on this amazing Monday morning? Okay, so for us, Monday is looking a little cloudy. We had snow last night, but not a lot of snow. We had a little like dust in the snow last night, and the wind is crazy out there today. So, and it was crazy like that last night. So, it's really, really windy, and we have a wind advisory. So that's what it's looking like here on this side. What is it looking like on your end? Because it's a little bit crazy out here. And not to mention, one of my friends came over yesterday, so I'm gonna just share a little something with y'all. My friend who helps me with my garden, she came over yesterday, and so we were talking about the garden and getting everything together. So this may be the year that I will go on ahead and get the fence, so that and even if I don't get the fence, I'm gonna have to put the fence around my garden bed so that the deer and the rabbits do not get into the garden this year, because they devoured some stuff that I was growing for my first time that was really blossoming, and then they just took me out. So I'm excited to start my garden. So that's what's going on with me. That's what I basically did for my weekend. We also went to go, where did we go? I forgot. We went to go somewhere to go eat. But anyway, I don't remember. We'll figure it out later on down the line. How's everybody doing this morning? How are you doing this morning? Welcome to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie. This is your daily cup of information and inspiration. And today we are going to be performing autopsies. We're going to be performing autopsies all week long. I got this idea from the book From Good to Great, from Jim Collins. If you guys have gotten that book yet, I hope you started reading it. It's an awesome read. It's even an awesome listen. So, so From Good to Great. And he was like, you got to start, in order for you to see what's wrong in your business, you got to stop overlooking it and start addressing those problems so that you can tackle those things head on. Because there's no way that you can be successful in business if you're going to keep on avoiding and overlooking those things that are really deteriorating your business. And so today we are going to, all this week, I have a little something for the whole week that we are going to be, doing a little something each, a portion each day, so that we could start looking at things that are in our business that we may be overlooking, that we may have not done correctly, that we need to go back and fix. And so that is what we are going to be discussing. So I hope you guys are excited about this week. I am very excited about this week. I'm excited just period, because every day is a new day to do something different. This is a new week for new beginnings. And so spring is about to be sprung. We had daylight savings time. That daylight savings time, I was like, ooh, that hour. You know what I mean? But yes, so time is starting, things are starting to awaken. So it is time for us to awaken the things that we need to in our entrepreneurial spirit. Y'all with me? Put ones in the chat if y'all with me. And let me see who's in the building this morning. This morning, you guys were in here early. So D is the first one in the building this morning. Good morning, D. Good morning. Hey, y'all, as y'all come in, hit the like button. Yes, and yes. Let's put that on the screen. Good morning, cousin. Cousin is the best moderator on what? Earth, the best moderator on earth. is in the building. Good morning, cousin. She said, I'm glad someone commented because it wasn't allowing me to. Oh, I don't know why. But I can see you now, so we're good. And you have your moderator wrench. Good morning, Miss Linda. Miss Linda's in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. I am blessed and ready for my miracles this week. Come on, miracles. Let's get it. Let's go. Dee says, hey, Latrice. Glow. Good morning, Melody. Melody said, good morning, ladies. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Big Meech. Meech said, good morning, everyone. How's Jordy? How's Jordy, Meech? Fill us in. Fill us in. Let us know. And we riding and we riding. Hey, hey. Good morning, Miss Deltra. Miss Deltra is in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Melissa. Melissa's in the building. She said, good morning. I'm blessed. Cold and windy in Maryland. Okay. It rained like crazy, flooded my basement. Ooh. That when we get rain like that, it floods the garage and I can't stand it. The wind is crazy. Yes, indeed. Yes, it is. Good morning, Clarissa. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I think this is Clarissa. Clarissa, you charismatic, charismatic and co. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Jasmine. Alyssa's in the building. We missed you, girl. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So glad I can join. Good, good, good. I'm so glad you're here. Good morning, Shirley. Good morning and welcome. So, so we're going to get into an autopsy. Are you guys ready for a business autopsy? Let me know in the chat. Say I'm ready in the chat. I'm ready in the chat. We're going to start looking. We're going to do some hard assessments about our business. We're going to get real honest with ourselves. We're going to look real deep into this business because in order for you to thrive and survive and do all of those things, you're going to have to fix the problems. You're not going to be able to put band-aids on these problems. Remember when I told you before, people are spending less. People are tightening up on their spending. And if they're tightening up on their spending, then that means that your messaging has to be very much more out there. You know what I'm saying? Like your messaging has to be more clear. It has to be more concise. You have to know who you're speaking to and you have to know how to speak to them. I say this all the time, but now I'm realizing that everybody doesn't know who they're speaking to and they don't know how to speak to them. So we are going to make sure we're looking at some things and we're going to make adjustments. And the thing that I want you guys to do for me or for yourself, not for me, but do for yourself, is I want you to take the information. I want you to research information and I also want you to apply the information. I don't want you to just be sitting here and just listening, because if you're just sitting here and listening and, later on down the line, you're going to try to remember something you're not going to remember. So if you do things quickly, you have time to, take what you learned and start applying it. So please do that. I would suggest that you do it, because when you don't, again, you will forget the information and you may not apply it. It's still going to be a thing that's a situation where you're overlooking it and then you'll never fix it in your business. So if we are trying to have beautiful businesses that are thriving this year, we are going to have to make adjustments. We're going to have to make adjustments. We cannot just be existing. We are going to have to be thriving. We are going to have to make some noise. We're going to have to shake some tables. We're going to have to do some things, and we're going to have to do some things that are outside of what we've normally done in order for us to see the changes that are the changes that can be happening in our business. So if y'all with me, put I'm ready in the chat. Put I'm ready in the chat. I miss y'all back home. We miss you too, girl. Jordan is having a hard time. He isn't progressing the way he should. I'm doing everything I could to help him. It's a lot. Oh, Jordan. And it's probably a lot of mental stuff too, Big Meech. It's probably a lot of he's trying to process things. He's young. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to process and he's trying to adjust, and it's probably, it's probably hard for him. All right, y'all. Y'all put I'm ready in the chat. I'm ready in the chat. I'm ready in the chat. Okay, good. I'm right. All right. Good morning, Miss Betty Rose. I see you in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I am blessed. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. Chantel says, good morning, y'all. Yolanda's in the building. Good morning, Yolanda. She said, good morning, family. All right, y'all. So y'all seem to be ready. If you can, I would get pen or put your notes in something. You could put it in your phone or whatever, or just come back to this and watch the replay and then take the notes in, wherever you can. But I'm going to be giving you guys some links today. So I want you to make sure that you take them. So let's get it. Let's go. So we're going to perform an autopsy. So what areas in business for you, I want you to think about it. What areas in business that you feel you're struggling with? What areas in your business you feel are dying? Like it could be with customers, it could be with sales, it could be with social media, it could be with anything. Where do you think that your business is dying? Where do you think your business is dying? And everybody does have a part that you overlook. People say that you can't give 100% of your attention to something, and then other things don't. Other things start to lack, which is true, right? You give your time 100% of your time to something, other things are going to start lacking because you put 100% of your time into it. And I'm not saying not put 100% of your time into it, but that's just normal. That's just the normal way of life. That's how things are going to go. If you're giving 100% at home, then something at the office is lacking. If you're giving 100% at the office, then something at home is lacking. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something that's going to be lacking when you give 100% of something. But where do you notice in your business that you can do a whole lot better? And it may require you to have a team. It may require you to do some planning, right? Because I think everybody as solo entrepreneurs are able to do most of this work if you're disciplined. I think you can do most of this work if you plan it out, if you schedule out your timing, and if you stay true to that. You know what I'm saying? I think that you were able to do it as a solopreneur until it gets unmanageable, and then you're going to need other people. But in that time, you know what exactly needs to be done. You know how much you need to be paying for that particular job because you know what's required of them to do that job. You know what I'm saying? You know how much time it's going to take, and you're not just throwing money and spaghetti at the wall to see what's going to stick. You kind of have an idea of what to do. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, so I think with proper planning, I think with discipline, I think you can go pretty far in your business, right? As a solopreneur. You may need to hire people to do certain things, right? You may need to hire somebody to do graphics. You may need to bring somebody in maybe to help you with your website. You may need somebody to, you know what I'm saying? Like you may need to bring people in on certain things. You may even need to have some coaching along the way. But whatever that is you will still be able to operate your business as the solopreneur. You know what I'm saying? But 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 you have to make sure that you're paying attention to those things. Good morning, Martini. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. So, where are you struggling in your business? Where are you struggling in your business? Let me know. If you didn't even get your business off the floor yet, you could tell me what you're struggling with now. It could be the fear. It could be because you're still planning and you're over planning and you're doing too much of that, and it's stopping you from starting. Right. So, what are you doing in your business that is slowing you down? That's slowing you down or slowly killing your business? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. It could be sales. You may not know how to get more sales. You may, thrive in certain areas getting sales, but then when it comes to other areas, you're not as visible, or you're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing as well as you are at in-person events. So it could be that you need a stronger online presence. So where do you think that your business is struggling? Everybody in the chat, let me know. Let me know. And somebody let me know where we are with likes, which guys, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, y'all. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Good morning, Yazzie Faye. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And I do want to write some of these things down because I want to address these throughout the week. So Miss Sherelle says sales. And is this online sales, Miss Sherelle, or is this in person, or let me know. Okay, so we got some sales in here. We got some sales. Good morning, Yazzie Faye. Kiss this in the bun for me. Kiss in the bun for me. Where else? I'm not struggling, just not working how I should. Got you. Got you. So then it's not about, not so much, you don't even have to do it with a struggle, but what areas are you overlooking in your business that is killing it? That is killing it. What areas are you looking that you're overlooking that is killing your business right now? Okay, so both in person and online. Okay. Anything else? Does anybody have anything else? And I want you to be honest with yourself. I want you to be honest with your business. Like, if you're not getting sales daily, I'm not saying you should get sales daily, but at least one or two sales a day, you know that something is happening. You know that you're doing something. If you're doing a collection and you sell out, you know that you're doing something. You know what I mean? So you gotta realize what's going on. Are you making sales? Have you made sales this week? Have you made sales this month? Have you made sales this year? Have you made sales this season? Like, where are you with your sales? So I'm a work off of sales because that's what you guys were saying in the chat. So where are you with sales, right? Let me, now the sun wants to come out. This weather is bipolar. Working on my business plan values, like what is the real pain point for my customers? Okay. I haven't been doing much because of my current situation. Got you, Big Mage. But generally, I'm struggling with getting sales on Etsy. Got you. Got you. I brainstormed yesterday and it was a lot more easier to see how I can market my business and create more intentional content. Mm-hmm. And yes, your business is so, I don't want to say it's so easy, but it's so clear who you are marketing to. It's so clear who you're marketing to. And so you just need to get out there and get active because you have everything that you need. You have everything that it takes in order for you to start moving, thriving, and surviving in the game. So it's just you need to come back. You need to come back. Online sales. So we have a lot of online sales. Okay. Online sales are down. Local sales aren't daily. Okay. And I also want to comment too. Deltra's I don't know if you want me to tell you, but I'm gonna tell. Have y'all seen Deltra's Instagram lately? Deltra's Instagram, she stepped up her Instagram like a whole 360. A whole 360. This her let me see. I could actually do this off my screen, but her Instagram is looking so beautiful. Look at that. I can't even scroll. It's not letting me scroll. It's looking gorgeous, right? It's looking really good. So we're going to talk about that later because I may have someone who can help you work on that because Deltra has her sister helping her, and this is what she wants to do. And so we're gonna talk behind the scenes and work some things out. All right, so let me see. Social media and email marketing. Delashay. Oh, I'm not even typing. And it looks like Deltra's brand. I think Deltra's brand is one of those brands that look expensive. I seen Deltra's candle in person. And Deltra's, the aesthetic, from the beginning to the end, the smell, the whole experience of Deltra's candle is a luxury candle. Like when I seen it previously, when I first seen it, I was like, oh, I could see this like in a Kim Kardashian's house, or somebody who got that minimalist kind of household or whatever, maybe real estate, da 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 da. And I was saying that, and now this candle and the look of it, the feel that she has, her social media presence is giving what I thought that candle should be. You know what I'm saying? Is giving that expensive experience, which I absolutely love. I absolutely love it. It's clean. It's minimalist, and it's just like the concrete itself. All right. So there you go. Yes, her content is good, matches the brand very well. Absolutely. It is gorgeous. And so now once we get the messaging down, we just got to get into, we got to get into who we're speaking to and start getting to them and where they at and start showing up in those places. But it's looking really, really good. It's looking really, really good. So, all right. So we got sales in person and online, and we have social media and email marketing. Is there anywhere else that anybody else is struggling? Anywhere else that anyone else is struggling? I'm going to be using these to make examples throughout the week. Anywhere else, because this is where you're going to learn. This is how you're going to get it. You're not going to learn if you don't address it. You're not going to learn if you're not honest with yourself. You can say everything is amazing and you know it ain't. So don't lie to yourself. Don't you lie to me, you lie to yourself. Right? You can fool me if you want, but you can't lie to you. You can't lie to you. Okay, so let's get into pricing, because pricing is one of the things where it seems like a lot of people struggle. Are you accurately pricing your products? Put ones in the chat if you think you're accurately pricing your products. Put two if you don't think so. I'm not struggling with this, but I know some struggle with target audience. And I'm going to touch on that too today. Good morning, sis. Jules is in the building, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How many of you guys are properly pricing your products? I look at some of your products and I know the work that you put into things, and then I look at the price of your products and I'm like, how can it be this low? Are you actually making money? Are you even looking to see if you're making any money? Are you making any profit off of your products? The time that you put in it, maybe you're not calculating your time. Maybe you're not calculating your cost of goods. Maybe you're not calculating the packaging. Maybe you're not calculating certain things, and certain things are being overlooked when you are trying to calculate your cost of goods and you're not making a profit. So are you properly pricing your products? And if you don't know how to properly price your products, I do have a software that I use to calculate my products, which is called Price-O-Matic. And Price-O-Matic does everything for you. It was made by another she did jewelry and stuff like that, and so she was another crafter, and so she created a program, or her husband created a software for her, so that you can properly calculate the cost of goods. So it calculates everything that you would need from start to finish. That's even sanitizing the jars. That's using how many rubber gloves you're using, how many things, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is calculated in this software. So I use this, but there are also other things that you can use to accurately price your products, such as Inventora. And Inventora gave us a code. I don't know if we still have the code, but you could use Inventora for free. It'll calculate for you. And also Crafty Base does it as well. I don't use Crafty Base, but I know Yvonne, my friend from the Snob Love Bar, she swears by it, so she loves it. But you should be using something where you can accurately price your product. You could use a spreadsheet, you could just do the math in your head, but this will actually calculate everything. When I use Price-O-Matic, it calculates my overhead. So what are the things that I use in order for this product to be made? So it's electricity, the spacing, so rent. So in my position, it's mortgage. So electricity, mortgage, internet, what else? Electricity, mortgage, internet. There's something else I calculate in there as well. But it automatically does that. So anytime you make a product, it automatically calculates your overhead, and you don't have to keep putting that in there every single time. And then you put in how much do you want to charge for those the time that whatever those tasks are. So how much do you want to charge? So if you have packaging and filling up the jars and labeling and shrink wrapping. How much do you want to charge somebody? So if it wasn't you, how much would you give a person? Right. And then you would actually do the time. Don't do the time how fast it takes you to do it, but do the time in the time that you think that an average person that you hired would do that job. And then this is how you calculate how much the person, or how much comes out of it from that, right? And so you have to make sure that you're doing that, because you're going to say, I'm not making any money. And you're not making any money because you shorten yourself. You can't short yourself in business. You got to calculate for every single thing, down to the ink, down to the label, down to the everything. You have to be able to calculate that thing, right? Even if you say, okay, I'm just going to take for the labels and the ribbons and for the tissue paper or whatever, I'm just going to say that costs about $3, right? Even if that's how you want to calculate it, you can do that, but just know that you can't skip that, because yes, you may think, oh, this is just something that I use for packaging. No, that you got to calculate that. So we may be overlooking some things that we need to be incorporating into our pricing, and that is why we are undercharging. And that is why we are undercharging. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And you cannot, and not in this economy, not in this economy. You're not selling products just to get them off the shelves. You're selling products to make some profit, right? This business you started this business so that you could have some freedom. You started this business so that you could be making some extra money, or some money, period, or to support your family, or to do whatever it is that your goals are for you starting this business. So you cannot incorrectly be pricing your products and thinking that everything is going to be good for you, because how are you supposed to make up for all of the stuff that you just mispriced and make anything from that? How can you make anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're undercharging, so you're not even, you might be making what you spent, but you're not making any profit. So we need to really go into it and really see if we are accurately pricing our products accordingly. Let me see. Oh, my price is elevating. Okay, come on, elevate that price. Um, Two, not selling, but definitely worried about if I'm pricing correctly. Okay, Clarissa, we're gonna get you right and launch by Ohio. Okay. Let me see. Speak it over me, because on inventory or price-o-matic. Okay, so let me see. I know I'm not pricing right, and I know you're not pricing right, Deltra, because I looked at that. I said, girl. So printing and lining them up to print is my struggle. What? Okay. Yes. So you can use Inventora, and I put them in here so that you guys could have it. Inventora. And they have a free platform where you can put all of your inventory. You can keep track of your inventory in there. You can know when you need to re-up. It shows you profit and loss. It shows you all kinds of stuff in Inventora. So you can use this platform. This is one of them. The one that I use is from Lucky Break Consulting, and it's called Price-O-Matic. Let me grab the links for y'all, because I thought I put them here, but I didn't. Okay, so Inventora has a free version, and the free version is good, but the paid version is a little better. All right, so let me know if you could click that link, y'all. Let me know if you could click that link. The wind is winding. Let me know if you can click the link. Inventora, they have a free version and they have a paid version. If you want to get the paid version, right, you can use the free version to upload all of your inventory into the system. And then when you're ready to pull a trigger, then you can go on ahead and get the paid version. And I gotta ask if we still have our code, because we did have a 20% off. So we had a 20% off for the month, or we had a 20% off for the year. So I'm going to speak to Delmeeth and see if we still have our code. Good morning, Miss Lois. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And so That's one thing you could use. You could use Inventora, or what I like to use is I like to use Price-O-Matic. And if you guys would like for me to do a demonstration on how to use Price-O-Matic or what it looks like behind the scenes before you know pay for it, then let me know and we can do something like that. Matter of fact, let me just explain it first. It's $18 a month. It when I got it, it was just a one price thing. I think I paid a 199 for it when I got it, or 90. I don't remember. It was like 199 or 99 when I got it, and so I got grandfathered into the system, but now they changed it, and so now it's $18 a month. So if you want to get the Price-O-Matic, let me grab that too, because it's not called, you can't just get Price-O-Matic. You got to go to Lucky Break Consulting and get the Price-O-Matic. Let me, okay. Thank you, Sherelle. All right. So let me know if that's working for y'all. That other link that I put in there. And this link is Price-O-Matic. Again, this is going to calculate every single thing that you use. Every single thing that you use. I know a lot of you guys are not even including your overhead when you're doing your pricing for your everyday product. I mean, not your everyday product, but your products that you have on hand. I know that you're not calculating your overhead. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So this is where you can calculate every single thing, everything. The labor, if you even if you're designing your label and it took you about an hour for you to design your label, it gives you a space for you to design that label. If it's like a course that is a one-time course, it gives you the opportunity to put that in there. It gives you the opportunity to do everything. So if you guys would like to see the behind the scenes, the inner workings of Price-O-Matic, please let me know in the chat. Put ones in the chat. And I will go into my Price-O-Matic and I will show you guys how you can do it. You can do your markup, you can do your percentage, you can see how much you could sell for wholesale. You can see how much if you want to sell your wholesale in cases, or you have certain, groups of products, how you want to sell your wholesale. So maybe it could be, you could do 6, 12, 48, 144, however you are gross, however you want to do it, you're able to put that into the system and it will calculate the price for you. It'll tell you how much you're making. It'll tell you how much profit it'll be over at X amount of time. It goes into everything. I really love this system. Price-O-Matic is something that I really love. So definitely I will show you guys how to work Price-O-Matic. I will show you guys. And then if you guys want to see how Inventora works, we have, like, if you go back into some of you could just go into the search and just put Inventora in the search in YouTube and it'll pop up and you'll see how to work Inventora as well. It's similar, but not exactly. It's similar, but not exactly. So, yeah, so that's what I use. So everybody in here needs to accurately price their products. Everybody put accurate in the chat. Accurate. You need to accurately price your products. Put accurate in the chat, because we are not going to underprice ourselves. We are cheating ourselves. We're shorting ourselves by not pricing our products properly. You're paying for shipping. Some people are not calculating their shipping in their cost. Some people are not calculating their taxes in their cost. You know what I'm saying? Like, Patricia also showed you guys how to pay no tax, right? It's how to be tax exempt. She showed you guys that. And so you guys, some people are still paying taxes. And so if you're paying taxes on, items, sometimes when you're purchasing products and it costs like over $400 or whatever, you look at your taxes and you see that your taxes are pretty high, right? And so you are calculating that as well. You have to calculate at that as well. We're overlooking those things. We cannot overlook those things. The shipping costs, the taxes, the overhead, your overhead. How long it takes you to make something, how long it takes you to package something. Sometimes you guys are not even calculating when you're packaging your product. How long does it take for you to box that thing up? That's something that you put in the that's something that you put in your pricing, right? That's all things that goes into your pricing. These are things that we're not paying attention to, but we need to. How many rubber gloves are you using? Are you using a popsicle stick to stir? Are you using, what are you using? Is it disposable? If it's whatever, you have to calculate those things. You have to calculate those things. You're purchasing them, right? You're purchasing them to create this item, so you have to use all of the things that you have purchased to create that item. You have to calculate for all of those things because you paid for them, and it doesn't make sense for you to be taking the brunt of the cost, because this is the purpose of you creating the product. You bought all these things for you to create that product, so now you got to incorporate that into the pricing. Y'all with me? Put ones in the chat if y'all with me. Ones in the chat if y'all with me. Does anybody need the links again? Does anybody need the links again? These are things that you could use right here, right now, today, to start calculating your pricing. And you may want to even just go back and look at your stuff, because cost of goods went up. Cost of goods went up. Shipping went up. So you want to make sure that your pricing is accurate. You may have to revisit your pricing to make sure that your pricing is now matching the new cost of goods, right? You may have to do some updates. I know a lot of you guys who make candles, wax went up. I know a lot of you guys who fragrance oils went up for a second. I think they're kind of like around average right now, but fragrance oils went up for a second, because I know Nature's Gardens candles, their fragrance oils went up, and I was like, wait a minute, this used to be blah blah blah, and that was and so yeah, I know prices have went up on certain things, and especially due to COVID. Y'all already know, when if you guys are OGs, then I had a time I fussed so much about citric acid going up, because citric acid used to be I used to get a 50-pound bag for $55, a 50-pound bag for $55, and during COVID, that 55-pound bag went to almost $200, and it was almost $200 at every supplier. Every supplier was paying they was charging the $200. So I was like, I don't even know if making bath bombs is even worth it, because that's a lot of money for a freaking bag. I don't even know if I want to pay $200 for the bag of citric acid. And that's how I was. I was like, I don't even want to pay the $200 for a bag of citric acid. So I was glad that before I had went to my supplier, and I had purchased, I think, 2 or 3 bags of citric acid. So I didn't need it immediately, but I was like, when I was about to go crazy with the bath bombs, I looked at the price and I was like, not me. So you want to make sure that you're updating your pricing. Everybody update your pricing. Update your pricing and make sure that your prices are accurate and you're not undercharging. Next thing, are you speaking to your customers? Are you speaking to your customers? Let me know in the chat. Do you know? And I ask this question all the time. Do you know who you're speaking to? Do you know who your customer is? If you know who your customer is, put a 1. If you don't know who your customer is, put a 2. If you're still struggling with who is my customer? Who's my customer? Let me know if you're still struggling. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Olive oil for soaping is crazy. Yes, used to be $13, now it's $25. Girl. No, let me stop. Walmart went from it being, I think it was about less $18, right, for the 101 ounces, right? It went from being, no, maybe it was $15. It was 15 to 18, something like that. It went from that to being 28. I was like, who's paying that? But it came back down. It did come back down. So Walmart did come back to their senses on their olive oil, but olive oil was extremely high. Extremely high. I know Michelle was even talking about it, like her supplier went up. And so, yeah, The prices on certain things went up. And so if you're still rocking with those old prices when olive oil used to be $13 and now it's 25, and you didn't change your pricing on your soaps or your body butters or your whatever you make with olive oil, if you haven't changed your pricing, now it's time for you to start updating. It's time for you to start updating. So everybody, that's one of your first things to do is update your products. And Betty Rose said, wait, I don't know if I'm right. I know Melissa just said she knows who her customer is. And Melissa does a very good job at talking to her people. She does a very good job in including her people, and she does a very good job at the visualization. So if you didn't know if you were my customer, this is what it looks like to be one of my customers, right? If you don't know what my customers look like, this is what they look like. This is what they do. This is how they shop. This is where they're, they're enjoying life. They have love lives. They have this, they have this, they have all these things going on. And she shows that in the visual, right? Your customers have to be able to see themselves in your visuals. And a lot of you guys are just, your visuals is just sell, 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 sell. That's your visual. I don't get anything. I don't see where I could put your product in my home. I don't see the visual of the feeling that I would get. And no, they can't feel it through the picture, but they can imagine what that feeling would feel like, right? You got to do a better job at communicating these things to your customer. What does that feel like? What does that look like? What is the feelings that you are trying to evoke from your brand to your customers? How do they know that they belong to your tribe? How do they know that they belong to your community? They won't know if you don't show them. They won't know if you don't tell them. How would they know they belong somewhere if you're not real clear on who you are? You got to be clear on who you are, because that is how your customers are going to know that they belong there, right? If I say I'm speaking to the BBU tribe, you guys know that we belong together. We belong together, right? We belong together. I'm speaking to the people that are part of the BBU tribe. If you have not been here, then you don't know if you belong here or not. If you have not been here, you don't know that I call my people the BBU tribe, right? And so what does that look like? What does that feel like? What do we do at the BBU tribe? What is that? What do I get from that, right? And so that is what my messaging is about. That's what I'm here to motivate and inspire, right? I'm here to help you grow your business. I'm here to help build connections in your business. And so anything that I produce or anything that I show on my social media or whatever is in relation to you being motivated, you being inspired, you getting up and doing something, you being taking disciplined action, you doing certain things. All of my messaging is going to be in that. So anybody who's looking for somebody to do that, or looking for a community of people that encourages and inspires and motivates and all of that other stuff, if you're looking for that type of community, that is what you're going to find here. How you know you're going to find that here? Because that's what I tell you what this is all about. That's what I show you what this is all about. A lot of you guys are saying that this is what your business is about, but you're not showing that. And since you're not showing that, people are confused. Are you leaving your people confused? Right? Are you leaving your people confused because they really don't know? You have a pretty thing and we get stuck because as entrepreneurs, we're learning as we go, right? But we're getting stuck in the mess. We're getting stuck with the thing. We're getting stuck with the thing. It's not about the thing. It's about how you make somebody feel. It's about the feeling that they're going to have. What are you going to do? How are you going to solve that problem? You got to know what people's problems are. Yes, we speak about this all the time. Yes, it may just be a candle, right? Yes, it may just be a candle. Yes, it may just be a body butter. Yeah, but what am I giving you? What kind of satisfaction, what kind of solution am I giving you by using my product, especially over all of these products in the industry? People say, well, I don't want to do this because it's oversaturated. Everything's going to be oversaturated, and any aspect in business is going to be oversaturated. Yes, you may come up with a new idea, right? But it's not an idea that hasn't been done. A lot of people come up with things that are new ideas. You know what I'm saying? Or a different version of some other idea. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we're doing, but it's the way that we communicate the product to somebody that is going to move this thing forward. And if you're not communicating with your customers, if they're not connecting with you because they don't know if they belong there, then we need to do a better job of communicating. We need to do a better job of communicating. I think I know, but feel like something is missing. Okay. All right. And so, what do you think is missing, Martini? Like, who's the person? What do you want them to get from it? But okay, so let me rephrase that. What do you this is initially is what I said, but what do you feel is missing? Is it a part of communication? Is it part of a visual? Is it part of your messaging? Is it the mission? Is it the values? Like what part do you think that you're missing the mark with communication with your target audience? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Because we're and this is going together. This is going hand in hand with the sale, I mean the profit, right? Because you may not be made well, you got to accurately price your products first, but you may not the sales part, sorry, the sales part. You may not be where you want to be because you're not making sales, because you're not communicating to the right people. You may not be where you want to be because you're not making sales, because you're not communicating with the right people. Right? You may make sales once you start learning how to communicate with your people. You may be making sales once you learn how to speak to your people. You may be making sales when you learn how to speak to their pain points, and you know how, because people have problems and they want to be solved, and they want to be solved quickly, and they want to be solved efficiently. They wanted something that they don't have to work too hard to get. They want something that, okay, I've tried this for so many years and this didn't work out. This is the solution right here. Or I'm struggling with this and you just made it clearer to me, and this is why I do this. This is why I created the AI prompts for beginners, because it's an area where everybody was struggling, right? And so I'm going to create this and I'm going to make it easier for you. So instead of you spending hours and hours and hours on the computer trying to figure this thing out and getting frustrated, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do. I'm going to show you the pain point. I'm going to speak to your pain points because I know where you're struggling, because I've struggled the same way. And not only have I struggled the same way, but everybody in the room has been struggling with it too. Everybody else was having issues with the AI prompts and things like that. So I said, you know what? Let me make it easier. And by me making it easier, that's me speaking to the pain point, right? I gave you an easier solution for figuring out AI. Right? I did the work so you don't have to. I did everything so you don't have to. I sat there and researched everything so that you don't have to. So whenever you need something, you could just go right to that thing. Oh, okay, this is what I need to do. Okay, that's how I need to fix it. Got it. Let me apply it. Boom, bam, bit it, easy, right? And so this is how, the same way, you got to speak to your customers. This is how your customers want to be addressed as well. They have pain points. It may be they have dry skin. It may be that they have eczema. It may be that they have acne marks and they have scarring. How do they get rid of it? They want something that's going to be the solution to their problem. They don't want to sit there researching for hours and hours and hours on and trying to figure out how to make these blemishes go away. They want somebody who say, I did the work so you didn't have to do the work. I researched it. These are the results from the people that tried my products, and look, they got amazing results. And people are going to say, oh, they got amazing results, so can I. Right? That's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a way to reduce these blemishes off my face. I'm looking for a way to take off these acne scars. So are you saying that this turmeric soap has worked for everybody because you've done the research and you know this is something that you use on your face? Oh, wow, your skin looks amazing. Oh, wow, look at the people's face. Oh, they had bumps and now all the bumps are gone and all you see is a little shadow of what used to be or whatever. And they're gonna be like, oh, wow, I need that thing. I need it. And so they're going to see that, and they're going to see themselves in your product. They're going to see themselves in the results. They're going to see themselves in knowing that you did the work so they don't have to do the work, so that they can have a product that is going to help them. And so you are going to solve their problem by speaking to their pain points. And you may not be making sales because you're not speaking to those pain points. You're not compelling enough to let them know that, hey, you need this thing. Let me tell you why you need this thing. Let me show you about the people. Got to show you some social proof, because everybody believes it when other people say the same thing. So let me give you some social proof with that. You know what I'm saying? And so we got to make sure that we are speaking to those pain points, because that is going to help us make sales. Yes? Yes, let me know. It's communication. It's communication. All right, Martini. Got you. Got you. So, do y'all understand what I'm saying? Let me know in the chat. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Are you picking up what I am putting down? Put ones in the chat. You have to be speaking to the pain points. You have to be speaking in order for you to make these sales. Some sales are going to be easier than others, but a lot of the sales that you're going to make is going to be emotional connections. It's going to be emotional connections. They got to see themselves in your product. They got to see themselves using your product. Let's say, oh, you just made candles. What about what about this? Why do I need this candle? What does it speak to? Right? Some of you guys have real deep meanings behind your candles, but nobody knows about it because you never tell your story. You never tell your story. You never say why you started the business. You never give any insight about anything. You never say why you use certain ingredients or supplies or whatever. You never say why you use these things and what it helps to do. And people don't know, and so you leave them to guess. You can't leave people to guess about your products. You got to tell them. If you're making products and it's about sustainability and reducing waste and reducing your carbon footprint on earth and all that other stuff, if that is what your product is about, and you have not been communicating this, but you've been using special products, you've been using special waxes and fragrance oils and things like that, and people don't get how special your thing is because you're not telling them, that's your fault. You got to let people know. If I'm using certain products and things because I'm trying to, I have a bigger message, then I need to be expressing that message. I need to let people know I'm using a certain kind of packing peanuts because of sustainability. I'm using the type of certain, I'm reducing plastic because I want to do this. I'm using only recyclable plastic because I want to do this. I'm using only certain kind of fragrance oils or essential oils because this is what it does. I'm using beeswax because it clarifies the air. These are the type of things that people need to know, because people are big. First of all, it's trending, right? But not only is it trending, you do want to care. You do want to show that we have to protect our environment. We have to take care of the earth because this is the only place we got to live. And you got to be able to effectively communicate that to your people, because if you're not, they don't get the message. They just think that, oh, okay, it's just another candle. But if you have reason as to why you built the candle the way you built this candle and you using certain things, then you got to let people know that. You got to let people know that. Come on, emotional connection. Come on. You got to let them know that, right? If this is something that you created out of a dark moment in your life, guess what? Somebody is in a dark moment in their life and they need their lives, and they need to know that. They need to know that you created this thing because of where you were. You don't necessarily have to say what your dark situation is. You could just say, I was in a dark place and at this time, and this is why I created this candle, and this candle helped me to I said my affirmations, and the light just gave me a soothing feeling. Da, 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 da. Whatever that thing is, you got to express that. You know why? Because somebody else is feeling that, and by you not expressing that, you're doing yourself and whoever else is that person who needs it a disservice, because you're not showing up the way you need to show up. Show up and talk about these things. You have all of these things that all of these reasons why you created something, but you don't ever tell anybody why you created these things. And when you don't tell anybody, they don't know. You leave them to guess, and you don't want them to guess, and you don't want them to assume. I'm going to tell you everything that I need you to know. I'm going to tell you everything that I need you to know about my business. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about my practices. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about my why. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this feeling that you're going to have. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know, period. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to help you, and I'm going to overserve, and I'm going to give you more than you paid for, because then you don't have a problem paying my price when I'm overserving. You know what I'm saying? When I'm giving you more service and I'm giving you more information, when I'm doing more than what you even paid for. I got this candle, I got this amazing box, and plus she told me how to do A, B, and C, and plus she communicates and checks on me and asks me, how my candle is doing, and do I have any questions about my candle, or and she gives me suggestions about other candles. Since I like this candle, she's giving me other suggestions about candles in her collection that I may like. Like, these are the things that you are not doing with your customers. You leave your customers on red. We were talking about that before. Stop leaving your people on red. Communicate with the people. You have access to your email. You have access to emails. You have access to surveys. You have access to polls on social media. You have access to all of these things. Ask questions. Ask questions. Start putting your email list into categories where okay, so certain people like certain things. And so you can start targeting those emails to go to those specific people so that they're like, oh, okay, she really cares. She really understands. How did she remember that I just bought a room spray? Did she remember that I bought this floral room spray and she's suggesting other floral sprays that I may like? If a business came to you and did that, wouldn't that make you feel special? Wouldn't that make you feel like they see you? Let me know in the chat. If a business did that for you, right, based off of your purchase, would that make you feel like they see you? Or would you feel like just another customer? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Giving me inspiration for products, Nikki. Come on, girl. Come on, Melody. Let's get it. Let's go. How would that make you feel? If a company, based on your shopping with them, right, they checked in on you, they thanked you, they said, oh, okay, since you bought this, you may like this. Or, you know what, we have a sale coming up on this particular thing. I know that you bought this. Maybe you're interested in purchasing more. Is it time for you to re-up? Is it time for you to, you know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't that make you feel more like, wow, this person really cares. This business really cares. This business really, is really trying to help me with, reing up if I really love the product or whatever, right? You want to make sure that you're speaking to your people and letting them know that they're valuable to you. Stop getting the one customer and saying, oh, well, the packaging was nice and everything, and you send that thing out and you'll never communicate with them again. You got to communicate with your people. You got to communicate with your people. It would feel like they cared and valued my business. Exactly. Thank you so much. The math ain't math. And come on, Big Meech. Big Meech said the math ain't math, and everybody hit the like. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Hey, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Hey, hit the like, hit the like. So you want to make sure that you're doing that, right? So now, I speak about this all the time, but we want to make sure that we're implementing these things now. Now is the time for you to start doing it. I showed you guys how to use AI to speak to your target audience, to find your target audience. If you guys need that again, please let me know, and we can do one day on Coffee with Nikki. We can go through the AI prompts, and we can do that. I also have AI prompts somewhere. I don't remember where I put them. It might be in the community. Yeah, it's going to be in the community. I put the AI prompts for you to discover how to speak to your customers. I also have worksheets on speaking to your customers, because I said, it's called filling up the club, right? Because if you are going to have a club night, you're going to have a party, you got to fill up the party, right? You got to fill up the club. And in order to fill up the club, you got to know who's going to come to the club. So you got to think about those things. How you going to speak to them? Where you going to find them? Where you going to find these people? You can't just throw your flyers anywhere. You got to throw your flyers where the people going to be at the club, right? And so this is how you're going to find your customers, and you have to know how to do that. Well, not how to do that, but you need to know how to speak to them. So let me know in the chat if y'all need me to go through AI with y'all, and y'all could kind of like see how to speak to your target audience, how to find your target audience. Where would they be? You have to be in certain places. If you know that your customers is on TikTok, and on everybody's customers is on Pinterest, everybody needs to be on Pinterest, right? But you got to know who your customers are, because some people got that elegant look, some people got that rustic look, some people got that shabby chic look. And so if you have those type of looks, you need to find those people that have those things in their environment. Their homes look like that. That's the way they dress. This is the this is the feeling that they have. This is what they embody. You got to make sure that you're speaking to those people. You have to make sure that you're speaking to those people. And in order to speak to them, you got to know where they are and you got to meet them where they are. Right? If your people are shopping at high-end stores, then guess what? You need to be seeing what these high-end stores are doing so that you can start doing those too. If your people are shopping at Bed Bath and not Bed Bath and Beyond, Bath and Body Works, right? If your people are shopping there, what do they look like? What do they value? You got to start looking at it, because now you can analyze what people are loving about this company, right? What is it that they love about this company? They love that they get inexpensive products and they know that they get pretty packaging, but how can I make it where I stand out? Because I'm not going to go lower, right? Because it's not a race to the bottom. I'm not going to try to beat you to the lowest point, right? So how can I speak to them that in a way that I'm speaking their language? How can I speak to them in a way that I'm speaking their language? So if quality means something to you, you may not like the fact that Bath and Body Works are using fragrance oils that are filled with A, B, and C. You may not like the fact that their candles explode. You may not like the fact that they don't offer a variety of scents or custom blends or things that you can offer. You might not like the fact that they're using certain wicks that are not good for the environment, right? But then that means you got to speak to those people in that capacity, because if you're not speaking to them in that capacity, they're never going to know, right? And so, yeah, you may be a Bath and Body Works customer, but our candles don't do this. Our candles don't do this. Our candles do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to communicate that thing. It's not just about a product. I promise you, it's not just about a product. I promise you, it's not just about a product. So, let me know if you guys have any questions about today. Let me know if today was good for you. Pricing your products. You are going to go to Inventora. You can go to Inventora to properly price your products. You can also go to Crafty Base, and you can also go to Price-O-Matic. I personally use Price-O-Matic. Again, Inventora is free. So if you want to start with that one first before you go on ahead and use one of the paid ones, go ahead and start there. You're able to put all of your inventory in there, keep track of it. Again, you're also able to price products and things like that. Also, I wanted to give you, Shopify has a way for you to calculate your profit margin. And let me put this link in here. So it's simple, it's easy for you to calculate your profit margins. You can also do it through Shopify. You can do it through Shopify. Everybody take that link, put it somewhere and save it. You can easily use it at any time. I don't think you need to be a Shopify customer in order to use it, but that is the calculator. That is the calculator. And online labels even have a profit margin calculator as well. Let me give you that. So you have two links. Whichever one you find works best for you, use that one. Online labels, profit margin calculator. All right. Let me know if you could click that. And here's another one. Let me know if you could click that. So these links are going to help you. These links are going to help you make sure that you find whichever one works best for you. I gave you options. Find whichever one works best for you. Everybody is not going to find everything works. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might find another software that works a little better. So then use that one. Use what works best for you. Let me know if you guys could click those. Let me know if you guys could click those. While I'm waiting to see if you guys could click those, make sure that you guys subscribe. If you got this far, you already might as well subscribe. Also, make sure that you, if you're watching the replay, put the replay game down below and let me know if this was valuable to you. Again, pricing your products is very important, and also knowing who you're speaking to, because you may not have, and sales, because you may not have sales because you may not be speaking to the right people. So we are going to be talking about more of that. I'm going to go into AI and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Not today, but another day. I wrote it down, so we'll put it somewhere on my calendar. Also, you want to make sure if you priced your products and the cost of goods have changed, you want to update your pricing. As we know, certain things went up, so you want to make sure that you change in you make your prices according to the changes that happened. What else? What else? What else? Link works. Okay, good, good, good. What else do I want to say? Make sure you turn on your notifications bell so you can be notified when we are going live. We go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. Also, make sure you share the video if it's something that I said today that you think could resonate with somebody else, or you think somebody else can use. Make sure that you share it with them. And follow me on all social media. Follow me on social media as Bubble Babes, Babez, University everywhere. Bubble Babes with a Z, University everywhere. So tomorrow we are going to talk. We're going to go more into this autopsy, this business autopsy. I want everybody to go back and look at their pricing today and make sure that you're priced accordingly. And if you not, make the adjustments. And also about your messaging. Are you speaking to the people that you need? Are you speaking to your customers? Are you speaking to your customers? And we'll go more into detail about that throughout the week. So that is it. That is all, y'all. Make sure that y'all hit the like button. Even if you're watching the replay, make sure y'all hit that like button, please. And thank you. Thank you, everybody, for rocking with me today. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I appreciate you all. Have a good day. Bye, y'all.